Let's review, shall we? Our boat arrived at Skyshriek Reef. All prior schedules and plans were abandoned when we noticed another ship being attacked by harpies. We were greeted by a war-forged bosun named Bones and welcomed aboard to assist the crew. Their ship is the Blackfin of the Dire Sharks, captained by Hoya Terape. It is a simple ship presently wedged into the side of a partially submerged elemental galleon. It carried a crew of 24. Luca and I exerted all of our healing magic and some potions, and N picked up the slack. For everybody's efforts, we saved 14 and lost 4. The harpies were frightened away, so we were able to retrieve the bodies, at least. It was dawn by the time we completed our rescue mission. We were approached then by Roselia de Caneth, formerly of the Ondarian military. Inferno Rose, as she was once called in her glory days thereafter. She appeared only after the work was done, hours after the harpies had left, and accompanied by magically animated constructs made of driftwood. She asked to board, and Captain Serape obliged. Curious to find a Caneth out here. More curious is that she uses the name despite the fact that she is an Exoriad. Safe to say that if the house that manufactures weapons of war rejects you, then you must be a piece of work, and that she is. Or was, if you're that way inclined. Which only begs more questions. Why is she here? What she claims is that she was aboard the Elemental Galleon when it wrecked almost 3 years ago. Curious again. 2 years ago, the Treaty of Thronehold was signed, and she officially became an international war criminal. 1 year forward or back changes the entire narrative, doesn't it? What was aboard the galleon? It was a warship once. More to the point, how did it crash? Was it the Harpies alone? Was it her? Was it something else? Why did it take them 3 years to send someone out to investigate? Why now? And why is there only one survivor? Of course, she says that her memory is foggy, just too troubled to recall any useful information of her time here, her delicate sensibilities and all that. But a ship like that, easily a crew of 60, 80 even. One survivor? What is she capable of? Beyond razing villages to the ground for her weapons research, I mean. We don't know. Until we know, we can't move. N seems ready to slit her throat and make it look like an accident, as N often is, and Lucas seems to burn for justice and believes that he can get it by taking her in. Wonderful energy, my companions, but until we know that her retaliation won't sink both the scrap bucket and the Blackfin, then we can hardly raise a sword towards her, let alone take her prisoner. She's lying. N says so with a great deal of confidence. I suppose it's more eye magic, but now's not the time to be lost in the specifics of how, not when we hardly have the who or the what, let alone the when, the where, and the why. Roselia claimed that she was being intimidated by the harpies and staved off their wrath by doing tricks, pawning off jewelry. A servant, she says. Lie, she is intimidating them into working with her. How? Threatening their nests, perhaps, as is her specialty? Was there something else aboard the galleon that she's using to her advantage? Or have the great seas humbled the once raging inferno, washed up on this rock like a discarded rotten pelt? We don't know, so we'll have to investigate. And for such an event...
I am Gil, short for Guild. Captain Hoya Terape believes that I am a warforged. Oops. Traveling out here with my strange but nevertheless helpful company, the hairdresser, Audrey Whistler, and Dr. Luca Dr.
And another thing. Luca used my name. Sure, there are plenty of Jenkinses out there, but how many of them are hanging out at a sunken elemental galleon off the shores of Greentown with a warforged, a magical quandary, a Caneth war criminal, and a dragon-marked sea captain? And Cat, I suppose. Besides Damon, I don't think anybody is looking that closely, so back to the problem at hand. We have earned the favor of the captain and crew of the Blackfin. The bosun trusts us more than Roselia. We have been given clearance to explore the galleon. The injured crew must rest. It falls to us to assist them in towing them free from the wreck, without letting them know about the bounty that we are collecting, without letting them know that Captain Varys bears the mark of the storm, without letting them know our real identities, whilst investigating the nature of Roselia de Ex Caneth's involvement here, while she redirects scrutiny to us. We have no concept of when the harpies may return. We have no idea of the condition of the elemental galleon or even its name. And if I could begin to entertain the notion, I have no clue whether the elemental within that vessel is still salvageable, let alone how their entire crew perished. Or maybe I... It's as Varys says. It's a fine mess of lies.
Well then.
Well then.
We pick up on the scrap bucket, it's maybe noon at this point. You've had a long and busy morning. Really, though, your day feels like it's been dragging on for nearly a week at this point. Willow especially seems run ragged since they were the one on watch when all this broke loose. But you are, for now, returned aboard your vessel with weather eyes towards the sky to keep an eye out for any drifting harpies, while your two crews rest and recuperate themselves. Every now and then, there'll be a sharp whistle from one of the lookouts as a large winged figure swoops overhead and then drifts away. What are you all doing?
Did we discuss what we're doing?
That depends
I'm
on...
gonna say
Depends what
this
we're
is...
currently doing.
I think it's, like, about half an hour after you were last aboard the Blackfin to chat with people.
So after our little chat where Varys told us to take rest, basically,
Mm-hmm.
I think Willow will be at their workshop. Like they went downstairs to air quotes rest, but they are probably at their desk writing.
Mm-hmm.
If allowed, Luca is asleep. Just straight up asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were told to rest.
Yep. Sounds like a good idea.
Luca's in a hammock.
Yeah. And it's probably on the upper floor of the cabin, probably drifting in and out of the deck, kind of keeping watch sometimes. Making
Yeah.
sure everything's both of the sky and of the Blackfin. And
Yeah.
it's kind of on patrol.
Yeah. I think Kat is also taking a nap. And Varys is awake but resting on the upper level. So
Yeah, in that case, Zen's probably taking primary watch. Since Cat's
Yeah.
asleep and Varys is trying to rest.
yeah. Do you want to make a perception check?
I might as well.
Clear skies for now.
I'm also tired, but I'm not going to admit it when everyone else is tired.
There's clouds and a little bit of wind, so
Could be worse.
mostly what you hear is just ocean. And the stress of the morning is sort of wearing on everybody.
Yeah.
Willow, what are you doing?
Willow's writing. They might end up being. They might end up dozing a little on their table, but they would be like stubbornly kind of staying awake and like jotting down thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Oh wait, they might actually be adjusting the mask.
Mm.
if they want. Oh, I'm not allowed.
Not
Willow
allowed
wants to
what?
get. Willow wants to get detect magic on.
Oh, yeah, no, you need a
But-
long rest for that.
Yeah, Willow's. Well, then just imagine Willow's like looking at it in a way of like, how can I get this done quickly, and is like weary and tired.
Yeah.
Come and sleep with me.
Not enough room in the biggest hammock in the world for that.
Or maybe
Unless you want
identify.
Willow to be like swooshed.
Oh wait, identifies a ritual. Okay, okay. Put it this way: Willow is tossing up between meta. Would it be? Why does it have identify or detect magic?
Identify is more specific, but you do have to target it specifically.
It's touch related.
Yes. Whereas detect magic is just sort of a general radar.
Is it helpful?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
Which
because
is
that way you don't have to touch things or target things specifically, and it lasts for a good 10 minutes. Whereas
okay. Yeah.
identify is instant, but only one thing. Instant, specific, and like in depth.
Then yes, Willow probably has like some of their cognaut armor out, but they are like sort of between writing and tinkering and sort of accomplishing nothing, going in circles. Every now and then they keep writing down other notes about things they remember or things that they are curious about.
Okay.
You're stuck in a tizzy, it seems.
Yeah. I think after about an hour, Cat wakes up and sees you sort of steam coming out of your ears. You been here this whole time?
Oh, you're awake. Pardon?
You were working when I took my nap, so...
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
She kind of frowns at you.
Willow's went back to writing and probably just I imagine their ear like flicking. Doesn't make sense to hear a frown, but then they kind of like peer back like they realize they're being looked at and see the frown and like shrink a bit.
It's not like it's a concerned look.
And still
Cat gets up and moves around. Goes to the bathroom. Comes back out. You're still there?
Willow I think Willow knows by the time she heads to the bathroom that like what's coming next, so Willow's starting to like begrudgingly pack up. But they probably by the time Kat comes back out, they have started writing down another thing. And they'll quickly like snatch their book up as if they were just finished. Did she ask that out loud?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
But
okay, well then, by the time it's like one of those quick like grabs the book and then pretends that they were already in motion when Kat's coming out of the bathroom. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You gonna take a rest now?
I suppose I should.
She nods. You've been up for I don't know how many hours. You only got some of the sleep last night. It was your watch when you... She shrugs and gestures.
Yes, well, I'll Willow gestures at themselves as they sit down in the couch.
Okay. Cat nods. Does Willow seem receptive to a hug? Or not really?
If only just because the position of where they are, when they like gesture, like I am sitting down now, kicks legs up over the side of the chair. I am, but like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that counts as receptive or non-receptive to a hug. They won't pull away, I think, if she
Okay.
doesn't.
I
Yeah.
think then Cat just like comes over and like does a brief like side hug.
Hmm.
Don't wear yourself out too much, okay?
You as well. Are you
I'm gonna let
waves their
Anne
hand
get
around.
I'm gonna let Anne get some sleep.
No,
Keep
I
watch.
mean, are you with regards to the Willow makes a little flying gesture with one of their hands, their free hand.
I'm good. I can manage.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Willow hugs her back then with the
Okay.
side hug.
Yeah. She gives you a little squeeze.
Hmm.
And heads upstairs. And you see Cat woke up.
I regard her, give her a little nod. Go back to
Hey.
the sky. Hey, get some sleep.
Yeah. I've had a few hours, so
That's good.
I'll be good for another few. You want to go take a nap?
Not really. But Ed looks at Cat like, what'd she think about that? Because Ed does look tired. Tired and wired.
Yeah. A bad combination to be.
Yeah.
It's wired.
You might want to at least close your eyes for a bit.
Yeah.
No knowing what will kick off when.
And staring at the blackfin. Yeah, you're probably right. They rub their face.
I think Cat like casually pats Anne on the shoulder. Like, pat.
Yeah. And gives them a smirk that is trying to be reassuring. I'll leave things to you then.
Yeah. Make sure Willow's got their eyes closed.
That might be hard, all things considered. And adjust their eye patch.
No. If anybody can do it, probably you can, Sly.
I'll do my best.
See ya.
See ya.
I'll shout if anything happens.
Please do. We'll slide on downstairs then.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll look for Willow when they get down there. What you doing, Willow?
Willow's lying on the couch with their legs up, like they probably have their ankles crossed over the other end of the couch, and like their hands over their stomach. And I imagine that they are clicking their armor on and off,
That
and just
doesn't.
like staring at the ceiling.
That doesn't look like sleeping.
What do you...
No, Hello. Willow's clicked off Cognaught armor just to.
Hi. I hear you've been prescribed some bed rest.
Willow shrugs.
Are you gonna honor that, or are you just gonna play with Cognaught for a few hours?
I'll sleep right now. Thank you.
armor's up.
Is there something on your mind? That wasn't aired during our conversation earlier?
I think we all have the right idea. Or thereabouts.
No. If you're sure.
Cognot is non-responsive.
No. And we'll...
Oh, wait. Wait a minute.
How did you know the truth of the matter?
And was walking past the sofa at that point. But stops. That's a long conversation.
Never mind then. Best you get some rest as well.
I can read minds.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for using that skill for justice.
I try.
Yeah, Cognot's quiet.
Alright, and we'll roll into their sleeping hammock then.
And might hear just the Cognot armor going on and off. Or at least going off one more time, so that Willow's just lying there.
And we'll close their eyes and try to sleep, but who knows?
I think if Willow's going to sleep, they will drift off, but they're not like actively going to roll over and try to.
Yeah, I don't think any of you, except maybe Luca, are getting really restful sleep at the moment.
Yeah, long blinks is what I imagine.
I have a bit of
Nodding in
experience
and
in
out.
sleeping in unideal conditions.
Yeah. An hour passes. Another. Another.
If there's any movement, if there's any like movement or anything, I don't imagine Willow's like sleeping heavily or even sleeping at all.
No.
So
Yeah, it's more like you're just drifting in and out.
yeah, and every time Willow wakes up, there's that feeling of like I slept in, I've missed something. So it's like a anxious sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're,
think
like,
about
forcing themselves.
Yeah. I think about 4 hours. Cat comes downstairs and says, "Hey, I saw something."
And
Okay,
pretty
Willow's
much
up.
immediately rolls out of bed.
Willow and
They-
En. I imagine Willow looking at En and being like, "Ah, yeah, you do."
we both meet eyes.
Willow stands and looks to Cat. What is it? Like intent to follow with her.
Yeah, that woman, she just climbed down off the ship.
Best to keep an eye on her then. Willow's going to jog upstairs.
And follows.
Luca will stay asleep unless someone explicitly wakes him up.
I think Cat's gonna wake Luca up.
Okay. And he will follow with great haste.
Yeah. Basically, while Cat is moving up, she says that she saw Inferno Rose walk out onto the deck and then climb down and start walking off with her creepy mannequins.
Hmm. Willow's going to... Varys would keep the spyglass, out, yeah?
Yeah, it's up there.
Okay. And...
Varys is there, and he advised Cat to wake you guys.
Gotcha. Which direction?
Cat points off the side of the Blackfin that's closest to shore and basically on shore. Walking to the north.
Could we open the map?
Yes, I will. I am just preparing it.
How long was I asleep? Do you happen to know?
I want to say Luca had a rest for about 5-6 hours, so you've I'm gonna say that combined with the slight rest you had at the beginning of the day, Luca's had a long rest.
Yay!
A proper long rest?
Yes. However,
shit.
Willow and En have only had a field rest at this point, so...
Do I get a point back?
Which is irrelevant
A
for...
slot?
Yeah, Willow gets 1 spell slot back.
Yay! But I didn't get to change any of my things, so damn.
You do get to change your things.
I do? Okay.
Yes, you do
Yes.
get to change your spells.
Ah, okay.
Think of a field rest as a long rest, but you only get half of everything you'd normally get on a long rest.
Nice.
That's not exactly the same, but that's an easy way to kind of translate it in your brain.
Field rest is a homebrew rule, but basically you get 1 spell slot back and you get to change which spells you have equipped.
Yes, okay. Earlier when you said only long rest, I was like, damn, not field rest then, but yeah. Gotcha.
A field rest counts as a long rest in unideal circumstances.
I understand. Woohoo! I'm getting detect magic at least.
Yes.
Instead of I'll think while you guys do stuff.
So,
Yeah.
basically, you head out, and while it's difficult to see,
Yeah,
Cat
what
from
time of day is
her-
it? Sorry.
It's, I want to say late afternoon at this point.
Okay.
Oh, I also realized something. Willow would have changed their armor mode,
Yes.
I think, from Guardian to Infiltrator.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
They probably did this part of this while they were lying on their back on the couch.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
Honestly, I wish.
Do you?
It's probably not ideal, but I do wish that I could do shit on my back.
Okay, so Cat basically was perched up on the mast and saw her leave.
Can we look in that direction? Can I use the spyglass?
You can look, your line of sight is kind of obscured because of ship.
She's been living here for so long, it stands to reason she has some sort of in air quotes, home over there.
Yeah, I think I saw some kind of structure. I'm not sure, really. It's kind of hard to see. There's a lot of rocks in the way, Cat says.
Structure.
Like a
She
house?
shrugs. Either that or a big-ass pile of driftwood.
Oh, considering what her friends are made of.
Yeah.
Let's-
Varys speaks up. Are you three gonna follow her?
Don't want to
Look at
raise
the others, like,
suspicion.
what do you think?
Tagging along with her carries some risks.
Well, we're not necessarily tagging along, are we? We're just investigating the shoreline to see if there's anything we can use to help in removing the boat.
Willow's going to gesture. We could go via the galleon. It's a better vantage point.
We have been given
It would be a better
permission.
vantage point.
We need to investigate the thing anyway. Might give us a better idea of what's going on with the harpies as well.
Question to Zeke. I feel like Willow would be observant of this kind of thing. Is the galleon higher than the surrounding rocks? And would it actually serve as a vantage point?
It would serve as a vantage point compared to the scrap bucket, which is not very tall. However, it is not higher than the actual rocks. The galleon is actually pretty low. The highest point of it, like the rim of it, is really like only maybe 1.5 meters above the water.
Yeah, but it would give us a better view of a better angle, or at least a different angle of where she's going.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there is that.
Or Willow might suggest boarding at the point of contact, which should be a bit higher, seeing as the blackfin is still floating.
Yeah, it would make sense.
The blackfin is beached.
Oh, still not sunk, is what I mean.
Yeah.
Either way, Willow's spyglassing over in that direction, considering that it might be a better.
Can
angle.
I ask a meta question? The lightest blue on the map is the same as like ground level, right?
It's the shallowest level. It's a variable depth of like 0 to, I want to say, 5 feet.
Okay.
So not good for me.
No, that's 3 times your height.
Just my forehead and up are sticking out of the water if that's full 5 feet.
Get yourself a little scuba, a little snorkel, and you'll be fine.
Little
Just tiny
bamboo
straws and walks alongside it.
Yeah.
Either way, time's a ticking.
If you look over here, it has depth markers. The absolute lightest is like 5 feet. The rest are
10, 20, 40.
Yeah. So I was just wondering because of that, like, that stretch of rock.
Yeah.
That kind of looks like makes it all one big islet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're going
Lovely map, by the way. I love this map.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's very cool.
Fantastic.
So nice.
It's amazing.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. If we're going to investigate the galleon, we should probably do that while we're still in the good graces to be doing it. That gives us a better vantage point, so much the better. Or at least a different angle of
I will say the
island.
galleon is also closer to where you know the harpies are nesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Especially the
also
butt
going
end.
to mention. Yeah.
Well, do we necessarily
is
have
dangerous.
to explore the deck? There's a hole right there.
We need to see her.
Well, we can...
Varys says...
Yes, okay.
Varys says, I can bring the ship around, get you slightly closer to the other side of the shore, or...
That
wherever.
might be obvious, though. Bringing a whole
We're
ship around.
circumnavigating the island to see the condition of everything. Go fishing, maybe. That was a joke. Willow doesn't say that was a joke, but it was obviously a joke.
Luca laughed.
Oh,
Little
thanks.
nose laugh. I think we should leave the boat here.
All
Personally.
right.
Seems least
So-
suspicious.
Well, Willow was. If that's our plan, Willow's going to start getting the gangplank, basically, and we'll go via the Blackfin, I assume,
Mm-hmm.
onto the galleon.
I mean, we could go in the
Yeah,
hole
we'll go
and
to-
then come out the top, tie someone to a rope, and if we actually follow the plan this time,
I'll do my best.
have them. Probably not you this time. It wasn't supposed to be you to begin with. Anyway, going out on the deck, we
Okay.
could have a lifeline for that purpose on the off chance.
Yeah. I will say the water where the Blackfin is here is shallow enough to like wade through
Mm.
and get on land, because obviously that's how the crew have been doing it.
Mm.
So either we go on
And you
foot.
have more things to hide behind.
So we can stealth,
Yes.
potentially.
Yeah. But if we're caught stealthing, then
That's
we have
even
to.
more sus.
We have to come up with a lie for that, which isn't too difficult. We want to not be spotted by harpies, so we're keeping our heads down.
We didn't even know
Stretching
she
our
was on the
legs.
island.
Yep. That would be the ideal lie to get away with.
So we pull up at the island now and stretch our legs, rather your legs. My
Take a walk.
bolts.
Your legs are made. You're still legs, even if they're made of bolts.
Hmm.
Can I tap Willow's leg?
I think they're giving standoffish vibes presently.
Ah, okay, cool. That's fair.
They're eager to head off immediately.
Okay.
All right, let's go then.
In which case,
Take a walk.
Yes. Yeah. Varys brings you around. Kat says she'll keep an eye. Tells you all to be careful.
And gives
Cares
Cat a little
about
salute.
me.
She gives one back. Please roll a group stealth check, please. Willow, you have advantage.
Oh, because of my infiltrator, yeah?
Yes.
Hey, Luca!
nice.
Nicely done.
That nap really came in clutch, I'm gonna say.
Wow!
Nice.
Amazing. Good job, everyone.
Yay!
Well done, everybody. Cool. So, carefully and quietly, you wade up through the water and start moving along the island. Well, really, it's more like a rocky spur, climbing up over tide pools and seagrass and stuff to arrive at a nearby structure. If you will give me a moment to quickly set up the map.
Yes, sir. Wait, new map.
New map.
Oh,
map.
Maps. It's a map,
I love
it's a
map.
map, it's a map, it's a
Zeke
map,
spoils
it's a map,
us.
it's a map, it's a
I
map!
know.
God!
We could just be on this map.
Yeah, this could
But
just be
Zeke's
it.
like, no,
No.
hose.
Please.
let me present what I prepared
Let me
earlier.
paint you a picture.
Slaps paint down on the table.
Ugh. Oh. Everyone donate to Zeke's coffee if you can.
Yes.
If you can. You should, yeah.
This is what peak performance looks like.
I really want all
Making
these
us
maps
D&D
printed,
maps.
right? Honestly, I really
Yeah.
want like all of these maps printed on a quilt, and then I can hold that quilt and punch holes into the part of it where Roselia is. Nice.
At the end
Punch
of the
holes into
series, we
the
could
lighthouse.
make like an atlas, our own little
Aw.
atlas.
No.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna put you guys
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
to the
We're-
side.
We got a nat 20 in our stuff in our group stuff. We're okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
He's not just gonna say anyway. Plop this in the middle. Not yet. Anyway.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like Zeke might one day.
Not yet. Anyway.
Fish dog in my pocket. So
Fish dog in that pocket.
I will hide fish dog for now.
thank you.
Cool. Let me describe the scene as you approach.
Mm-hmm.
You get a better look of this little shack that sits in the shadow of two towering rock cliffs. Barely standing up from the ground, the slope roof of this shelter is made from several lengths of salvaged wood. Some washed up and smoothed by waves, others clearly borrowed from the wreck, judging by the look of their sharp, splintered ends. Torn sailcloth stretches over the exterior, covering the gaps in the walls. It looks like it's been knocked over and hastily rebuilt a couple times, streaked with mud where the timber and cloth dragged against the ground. Just before the opening lies the ashes of a small campfire littered with fish bones, a dinged-up cooking pot, chipped plates, and other detritus. The driftwood constructs stand outside, motionless. Strange sculptures. Actually, do you guys want to be on this side or this side? East or west?
I kind of imagined us sticking to the tide, like the shore, the
Okay.
side that we can.
Okay.
But do you guys agree or?
I'm good with that.
I don't
I mean,
know which
it's
side you mean.
on-
Sorry.
Either
we are.
side. It's. Do you want to be closer to the galleon or further away?
I think I would say on the never eat soggy west,
West.
because then
To the
if she was
west
expecting
side?
someone, she'd probably. Is that what you said? I didn't understand what
Yes.
you said. Sorry.
Oh no, I meant. I personally meant closer to the ship, so it looks like it's less sus if she turns around like, "What are you guys doing here?" Like, "Oh, it's
yeah.
beautiful
Okay,
look,"
that's
but
a
then
good
like,
point.
is it?
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. Yes. So
Oh, okay.
Luca would acquiesce to that because that's a very good point.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh. But if there is danger in the galleon, then whoops. But anyway, I do believe. I guess on that nat 22, Willow's sort of leading. Willow tends to
Yeah.
lead
Yeah, you've got the
Yeah.
special
Like-
armor.
in terms of. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everybody also give me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh,
Mhm.
Fish dog. Can fish dog give me advantage?
Fish dog can. If
Never
fish
mind.
dog is out,
don't even worry.
Willow, my goodness.
don't even worry about it. Okay. Okay. So I'm imagining you guys are like actually like on this surface here, but hiding behind a
Yep.
rock,
Yeah.
basically. Willow, you spot just beyond the shack over here a it's kind of amazing that you didn't notice it earlier, but at the same time it is kind of muddy and sandy and blends in with the rest of the surroundings. But there looks to be a large tarp
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna
weighted
have
down with rocks that's covering a long shape.
Is that this?
Yes.
Huh?
and we'll have message open in case Willow wants to share that information. Just because Willow is
I
taking the
will.
lead and seems to like be
See
attentive.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just as an aside, I'm writing notes and I wrote large tarp weighted down with wrongs.
I mean, are you incorrect?
No. Rocks weighted down with
Yeah, the
rocks.
weight
Okay,
of her crimes.
oh, her
Weighted
wrongs,
down
yes.
with the weight of her crimes.
I will say it is longer than it is wide, and you would guess it reaches about hip height on the average person.
It's a fucking
Okay.
jet ski. That's what it sounds like.
Or a cannon.
Hang on, darling. Okay, wait. So can I make any kind of check to see if I can glean what that is specifically from a distance, like
It is
history check?
no. I mean, this is as good as you're going to get from.
Yep.
Like you're basically looking past a whole bunch of stuff. It looks like it might be some kind of machinery, maybe a device of some sort. It's not a rowboat because it's the wrong shape for that.
Yep. Okay, Willow's going to tilt their head at it and then say to N, "There's something there."
Can you be more specific?
Something under a top,
Big,
other
small?
than the shack.
Big-ish.
Sorry, would I say big? Like, what is it? Rowboat proportioned? About the size of a rowboat?
It's about as long as a rowboat, maybe. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
Would
Willow's metric
jet
is like,
skis
what boat could I?
No.
Like something adjacent to a jet ski?
Sarah's like tells a funny joke. Wait a minute. What if?
Luca invents the jet
I just
ski.
want to know what I'm dealing with here.
No, okay. Willow would operate by a metric of rowboat, so Willow would say about the length of a rowboat, but it's not a rowboat.
All right. I'll relay that information to Luca.
Some sort of machine. Maybe something from the galleon. Willow's going to just start thinking aloud in N's brain until they cut off.
Until it just like cuts off because the message is limited.
God.
Something from the galleon, maybe that she retrieved if she really was aboard the galleon when it crashed, and then like, chopping off in seconds.
Yeah. It's a bad Discord connection.
Yeah.
N's like, anyway, I'm going to change service. Talks to Luca.
I'm going to Singapore.
I mean, here's the fun thing. N can have message open and just speak psychically in people's minds. They just can't reply.
Yeah.
Message is the thing that lets people reply.
I have unlimited. I have an unlimited plan, whereas you guys are pay as you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's
Ran
what
out
you
of
could...
credit.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, that's fair. And can I borrow your phone? I ran out of credit. Can you text Luca for me?
With a burner phone, they throw it into the sea. Anyway, Luca, can you call Luca for me?
Well, I would never litter into the sea. That's where the fish live.
Buries it in the sand.
Yeah. Just crushes it and puts it back in their pockets.
Eats it.
Don't do this.
Well, it just like takes out their crossbow and like fires it like a headshot and then like puts the wreck in their pocket.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Of us.
That being said, while you are observing the area, like clearly this has been set up for a while, if like ramshackle and so on. You do also spot that overhead 2 harpies start flying down over. So the 3 of you tuck closer into the shadows.
Yep.
A pair of harpies arrive. And like stand outside to basically call. They speak in really hoarse but weirdly musical voices. And call out for Lady Firestorm.
Oh,
How many names does she need to
Can
have?
right? Can I have been doing the ritual for detect magic all this time? Whatever that might mean. Does that use a spell slot? I always forget what that means.
No, rituals do not use spell slots. They just take longer to cast. But yes, you can have been slowly casting the ritual for detect magic while you were sneaking over.
Yep.
However, the range on that is limited to 30 feet.
Yep. So I can't see the thing, but
No.
almost just
No.
the
Just
edge
the
of it,
tip.
but not. But I am.
No.
Yep.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
That's what I'm here for.
I didn't have to say it.
That's okay. I mainly want to see the shack and the harpies.
Yeah. The driftwood constructs obviously are animated.
Mhm.
There's a coal from inside the house, and the constructs move to the side. You can see vaguely the sort of shadow of Roselia standing in the doorway. There is a harsh but quick conversation between the two harpies and Roselia inside. I'm not going to roleplay it out because I don't want to speak to myself as three different people. Because that's a bit much.
Give us the
But
gist.
the gist of the conversation is that the Harpy sisters are demanding Lady Firestorm get revenge for them. That their flight is in tatters, that after they've worked together and collected breaches for all of them, that now she needs to use her fire magic and burn the nest killers. The two sisters, the Harpy sisters, are like clearly shaken and angry. That being said, give me some insight checks for those of you who want to have insight.
I love insight. It's my favorite.
Too bad.
Okay.
Can I?
No.
No, I guess fish dog can't help. Yeah.
The show cannot save you here.
No, I'm afraid not. So, two sisters. The older one is called Cree. Luca, you can tell that she is like greatly shaken by the losses, and but is also like deeply vengeful. The younger is much more animated and is vocally blaming Roselia for the losses, that she didn't do more and that she needs to fix the situation. It looks like the harpies that weren't killed recently have fled, diminishing the number of the flight.
Okay.
There were a lot when you first arrived here. Obviously, there were plenty that got killed in the conflict with the Blackfin. It was like a pretty brutal battle on both sides. And those that survived and aren't loyal to the sisters here have clearly moved on.
Okay. I will relay this information to my companions.
as the conversation goes on, like, which is mostly the Harpy sisters raising their voices at Roselia, there comes a moment where they fall silent as she lifts a hand and speaks very low. And tells them to gather the flight, and she'll arrange everything.
Yay. Okay. Luca, like, visibly tenses at that.
A little more threatening from the younger sister, and a harsh look from the older, and they depart once again.
Question.
Yes.
Is it normal to see such human-like reactions in harpies? Because they kind of struck me as more like... Is that like...
This is a normal level of intelligibility you can
Like
expect
half
from
human.
harpies. Yeah,
Hmm.
they speak in a manner that is like childlike but brutal. Also, you do have to remember they have no remorse for killing other humanoids.
Yeah. No. I was just checking if it was unusual that they were that vocal about like their thoughts. I see it more like I would imagine it's kind of like if grieving animals
Yeah.
could speak English,
Yeah.
basically, or common. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just checking whether that was a regular amount of like mental faculty
Yeah.
or whatever you would call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vocal faculty. Yeah. Okay. So yes, they're normal harpies. They're just angry, and that's points Verzelia. You know. Get that out my system. Willow's quiet.
Yeah. They leave.
Okay.
Door closes again. What are you going to do?
I assume Detect Magic didn't pick up anything off of her. Specifically?
It wasn't close enough.
Should have
Maybe.
been.
I think it's like the thing is that Detect Magic creates an aura. If you put it in the chat, I think you would have gotten a ping of some magical stuff, but maybe not enough to. Yeah. You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. The spell, it can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. Okay, so you would have picked up Roselia is definitely wearing some magical equipment of some kind. And there might be some magical objects in her house, but you're not sure.
The constructs registers magic?
Yes.
Okay. That wasn't like a Luca knowledge. Sorry, I was just curious.
Yeah.
And yeah, damn, I keep getting detect magic and identify confused because I'm like the thing I want to be able to do is determine what is happening, but I have to touch it. Okay, so if I want to go from a distance.
Yeah, I would say that you probably could tell that Roselia is wearing some items that have evocation magic on them, which is the kind commonly used for summoning elemental effects such as fire. It's either for damaging or healing magic.
I get Willow's attention.
You can use
Wave
me
my
as a
hand and I
proxy.
make like. Oh yeah.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that hard to get each other's attention. You are all kind of crouched very close together.
Yeah.
And you don't I want to ask if, for flavor, Luca forgot for a second that he could message through N. So he was like trying for a sec to get Willow's attention. And then I want to know if the constructs would be able to detect us and then relay that to her? Does Willow know that?
It depends on what they're set to. They didn't attack the harpies, and they don't seem to be able to speak. They don't really have eyes either. So,
But like,
So are they
Fish
operating
Dog
as
doesn't
alarms,
have
basically?
eyes, so I'm wondering, does Willow know like anything about their capabilities? How much we have to worry about them?
I guess in the same way that Fish Dog has a perception that makes it beep boop when things are nearby,
yeah.
or the inbuilt alarm. So would I know that, or would it just be like Willow making a so-so hand?
They seem capable of simple tasks.
I mean, I assume if she hears
But
them
they-
running around, she'll be alerted to something.
Yeah. Yeah, they could presumably knock on the door of her shack or attack.
Just being agitated would be enough, I think, in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are also very brittle looking.
They're probably not hard
Although
to
she would
destroy.
She would
yeah.
notice if we were smashing her shit, I imagine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
Ugh.
might be able to just get them to stand back up again.
Unlikely if they were properly destroyed.
They're
could
properly
break
broken,
them.
and I mean, I am made of fire. Anyway.
Yeah.
That makes two of you, apparently.
Apparently. Oh my gosh. I am
So-
I am having belated should I have swapped my snare for identify moments.
You'd have to
Oh,
I
touch
know I
it.
still have the snare.
Doesn't matter at this point.
Well,
No,
we-
I'm looking at the thing on the other side of the map.
the
I'd touch that.
I know. I know, Will. The harpy forces at least seem to have diminished quite substantially. So there's
I guess that's
that.
up to Zeke because I didn't actually make that choice earlier. Anyway, sorry. Is that N talking or was that Rom?
That was N.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was Rom. Very curious.
Sorry,
about
could
that
you
thing in the
repeat?
back.
Mim chatting over you kind of blurred my brain.
Oh,
Sorry.
just the
bad.
harpies have been substantially diminished. So there's that. Like, if they were killed, and from the sounds of it, a bunch of them fled, so we just have the ones that were loyal to the sisters remaining. Which we don't have an exact
And-
head count, but it's less than we were expecting.
And they're going to attack.
Oh, first, our friend there has to arrange something, doesn't she? She might not get the chance
we
if we
leave?
don't leave her alone. At least on the ship. It's going to be pretty obvious if we just show up here. It'd be best if someone kept an eye on her, but that just puts us in a standstill.
At least we know she probably has hostile intentions.
Now,
She's juggling.
she wants out of here. So,
Explains why she's in such a hurry.
yeah, she might be placating them until she can get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't count
Did you guys
on
hear that sound my mouth just made?
Yes.
Sorry. I have no idea where that came from.
Luke is nervous. It's okay.
I'm hungry, guys. I've been up all night healing people, and I just really need Nana's potatoes.
Oh.
Okay, sorry, Anne, I cut you off.
Yeah, so she's going to be biding her time, probably. Since she wants out of here, it's unlikely she's just going to set the black fin ablaze. However, that doesn't really leave us safe. We did attack the harpies as well, and I'm sure she would not have any particular qualms about setting the scrap bucket on fire. As a start, as a way to placate them.
Give Willow a sympathetic look, like, oh no.
If you were going to get her alone away from the Blackfin, now's as good as time as any.
And
Is
do
that
what?
But is that smart? Like, what, tip her off so she'll set the boat on fire even more?
Mm. We can. This is Mim talking. Willow might be the one to entertain. If she's
Let's talk
juggling.
in meta. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going
let's
to think out
strategize
loud.
as players for now.
Yeah, because there is the possibility that the fact that she is juggling puts her, like, it kind of operates as an advantage on both, but it also operates as a disadvantage on both. Because if we
What do you mean by
hold
both?
that
Sorry.
over her head, like both the harpies and the blackfin, she's currently
Okay.
on the good side of the blackfin by being on the bad side of the harpies. She's like playing a little balancing act with their expectations and ours, but then we technically have the capacity to hold that over her as well. We've just heard her plans. The
What do you
blackfin won't
mean?
take her. We
Sorry?
can blackmail her is what I'm trying to say, but I don't know if it's
okay.
gonna work.
Not in so many words.
It seems
Yeah.
a bit, especially with a third player,
risky.
us involved. It seems because we're an outstanding factor.
We could offer her.
Oop.
Mm.
What? What could we offer her?
Offer her what?
We could offer her to take her if we can convince her, but like it's a lie, but obviously she doesn't have to
But
say
if we are taking her, then why would she keep the Blackfin alive?
that. Yeah.
You
Exactly.
greatly overestimate her capacity to do stuff. She is only
Yeah.
one person.
Yeah.
I will say, the other thing that you can do is just straight up confront her.
Yeah.
At least verbally.
Yeah. The main thing I'm trying to say is if she wants on the Blackfin, the fact that she's making these plans gives us an advantage over her, kind of, because we heard it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So technically we have a bargaining chip over her in that we know she's an evil bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's planning to kill some of us. So if you don't want us to tell Captain Hoya, then fess up. What the fuck are you doing, basically?
Well,
But,
just one
I
of
don't know,
us
it's
could
risk-
approach and pretend like we're the only one here.
Maybe
and then,
two.
Now?
if things go bad, then whoever is still in hiding can show up. But if they don't, then she's only aware that a limited amount of people are aware of it.
Risky.
High risk, high reward.
High
Please
risk, high
stop.
reward. Don't
Planning
say
for
that. Those are
any
my
of him.
keywords.
Also, I will say, what is interesting as a story?
Yeah. See, my heart
I know.
says rush in.
My mind's telling
Dick
me
out.
no.
So,
Well, look, we could always just waddle over and be like, "Hello," or at least I would be, "Hello."
like, wow.
And
It's crazy.
what's
We got like a whole house here. What's going on?
Wow.
I think it might be
We
best
saw
if the
harpies.
both
We
of you-
came.
Yeah. If the
Yeah.
two of
We
you
saw
go
harpies.
over.
We saw harpies,
too.
we came running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the
'Cause
other
we
thing
saw-
that you could also do is, like, talk/distract her, give Willow time to examine what the fuck is under that tarp.
Yeah, I think N wants to be the one to go in and start doing the talking. So
Yeah. And I think N should go in because they have message. So they can tell us.
And they can
if
also
they
just
need.
speak psychically,
yeah,
which doesn't require
What?
any
Oh, yeah,
hand
sorry.
gestures.
yeah.
Is it Awakened
Yeah.
Mind?
Awakened
Awakened
mind
mind,
is how
yes.
I just
Thank you.
talk with you guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I guess you two could go, and I will
You
wrap
are-
around the long way and
you are the
find-
stealthy
yeah,
one.
Go
So
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am the concerned oaf. Wink.
and I'm the one concerned
Yeah.
for the concerned oaf.
Yes.
Yeah. The doctor saw the harpies overhead. We came to warn you, kind of thing.
Yeah, we were
Maybe.
worried.
Saw you go off
Yeah.
the side. Oh, I don't know. Saw you, but
We saw harpies nearby.
Someone.
or if you
told
don't want to
us.
lie, just be like, Excuse you, are you liaising with harpies? If you want to,
Well, we'll see how the conversation plays out,
see
I
how
guess.
it goes. Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Well,
Confrontation.
You're fine. It's not a confrontation. We're just distracting her, and we're very friendly. Stay cool. Come on, I can't be the only one with a cool head for this. My God.
I'm cool. Mim's
I'm
uncool.
chill.
Willow's fine. But I am
people.
questioning. I've been umming and ahhing about this freaking identify spell this whole time. Should I have brought it? I
You
thought
can if you
the
want
text
to.
magic did something else. Yeah.
Please always read the descriptions of your spells.
Oh no, but I think I misunderstood when I get. Yeah, I just misunderstood. Because if I do touch that thing, I would like now I'm getting close enough to touch it. I'm like, yeah, well,
I want to put my hands all
Yeah.
up on it.
yeah, okay.
I mean, also, if you just take the tarp off, you might be able to tell what the fuck it is without needing to touch it.
Okay.
It's just
Good.
that you can't see it. There is a
Yeah, yeah.
limited
Okay,
amount
cool.
of information you can glean from something that is covered
Over
in a
there.
blanket.
Yes. Okay, well then I will go sneaky around the side when you guys go head out to look
Okay.
to talk to her, I guess.
Okay.
Good luck.
You too.
Our little urgent
So-
planning that we just did here.
Yes, so
guess I'm going
we will sum that up as, instead of all the players going back and forth, what your characters say, having unanimously decided on a plan.
What? Sorry. What kind of importance did Willow like? What?
Just what?
What kind of like importance did Willow indicate the thing under the tarp has? Like,
I think.
Don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what it is. It's not a rowboat.
So we want to know what it is.
Yeah, we want to know what it is
'Cause it
because it
could
could be dangerous.
potentially be a problem.
It could be a
Okay,
weapon. We
yes.
don't know. We better
Okay.
we'll have more cards if we know.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, Willow's logic is if we don't know, we can't tell what kind of threat it is.
Yeah.
So it's good to know.
Okay. All right then. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
So while
cool
you guys
bananas.
distract her, I'll go investigate.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Can we not just? Can we say that is the conversation?
Yeah, more or less.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Since we. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right then.
Okay.
And
Willow tips their hat at you guys.
All right, Dr. Jenkins.
Audrey,
And nods.
Gil.
Gil. Good luck.
Gilbert.
Don't call me
So-
Gilbert.
En's gonna go ahead.
Wait, let's sneak.
Wait,
Do I have to do more?
Willow.
I've-
Remember to turn your shoes off. They're clicky.
Not clicky.
It's stealth mode, so I don't
They-
think they have clicky
They're
shoes
not
on.
clicky. These are not Willie's clicky shoes. Willow's clicky shoes. These ain't Willie's clicky shoes. All right.
Okay, well, Luca gives you like 2 thumbs up. Like, good for you.
Okay.
Good luck, Doctor.
As we approach, how do the constructs react?
We approach with like semi-urgency.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's have Willow roll another stealth check with advantage as you are now moving.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Where those distracting hoes.
Thank you, my distraction hose. Okay. Okay.
15,
Bad.
still good. Okay. So you will, during this conversation, be able to move through. As you approach, the constructs stand slightly to attention and knock on the door as you arrive, but don't seem openly hostile just yet.
Okay, cool.
One steps to the
watch you guys.
side, and Roselia steps out.
Roselia.
Someone saw you go off the boat, and then we saw harpies. And
Saw
we
harpies
we got
coming down.
Worried.
Oh,
Are you
They-
alright? Are you injured?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I have my ways of keeping myself safe. She gestures to her constructs. I was just trying to gather my things for the voyage.
Of course.
You
What
should
are
have
you
let
two
us
doing
know. We would have
here?
come with you. Well, we were worried when we.
And so the harpies coming down. Maybe there's a
Oh,
nest back here, or something happened.
I'm fine, as you can see.
Yeah, that is a relief.
Oh,
Did you need help moving things?
Oh, I wouldn't burden you so much. After all, you spent all your effort saving the crew heroically.
well, fortunately, I took a very comfortable nap, so now I'm once again at peak performance. So if you need me to carry anything, I'm more than willing.
How good for you, but I think I'll have my constructs do it. I have so little left, after all. I hope you don't mind that I'm a little skittish.
Of
No, not
course,
at
of
all. It's
course.
perfectly understandable considering what you've been through. It's really quite incredible that you've been able to survive this
Yes.
long.
Yes, yes.
And build a house. That's amazing.
Yeah, did you do this? And I guess you would have, huh?
So how long are we going to play this stupid game?
I guess that depends.
Below you
What?
are...
What game would that be?
You're no mere fishers.
You never
You're
claimed to be
here for
fishers.
something.
We claim to be fishing.
Right.
Eh,
And that's the reason why you carry a sword.
You can't be too careful
Some
out
fish.
here.
Some fish can be very aggressive.
And we're on an adventure around Green Tarn. I mean, you never know what you're gonna run into out here. Evidently, I mean, look what happened here.
Yes, well,
Out here, you have
you're
to be
not
able
as
to defend
stupid
yourself.
as you like to pretend. You're not as stupid as you like to pretend, and I'm not as helpless as I seem. So,
We can
Mm,
see that.
how
yeah.
about we work together?
To
Mm,
what end?
To do what?
Well, you seem well armed, well equipped. Why don't we kill the harpies?
I mean, I don't know. We're not really here to stick our necks out.
Saving people is one thing, but
And yeah, Luca has a sword, but what am I gonna do? Cut their hair?
And I suppose that wand wrapped around your forearm is just for decoration.
Oh, it is actually. It was a gift from a friend. It's a wand? Ugh, I always knew they were sneaky.
Make a deception check.
Oh my god. You're so funny.
can I give
Yeah.
her? Can I give Rummy advantage by like, oh wow, it's a wand kind of deal?
Yeah.
Like I am also
Oh, man.
shocked by this information.
Oh man.
Cool. Well, strange friend you have there. Because that's definitely a modified wand around your wrist.
Eh,
I always thought it was
Interesting.
just pretty.
yeah, like a ribbon and stuff. Who would do that? This is weird. Oh well, it's pretty.
You want us to kill the harpies for you?
Well, not for me, but you could help me do it, certainly. Would mean that all of us could get out of this situation much quicker. Seems like the captain doesn't want to risk any of more of her crew, but you guys seem plenty capable.
How about you? Can you fight? Or are you just sending the two of us out there?
Oh, I've got my methods. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. It's just that there's never been a good opportunity to do that, you know, being the only one here. But if I have comrades in arms, Besides, harpies collect all sorts of trinkets and baubles. I'm sure it could be made worth your while.
I check her vibe. Is she lying to us? Or like trying to convince us to do something that will get us killed?
Yeah, give me an insight check. In the meantime, Willow, also,
Hi.
you are able to sneak a peek.
Oof.
Sorry.
Sorry.
She is hard to read, partly because you also feel like you are being very on guard and you're focusing very hard on keeping your lies convincing.
Yes.
So you don't really have you're not really sure.
N? Wait, did N roll that insight just then? Was
Yeah,
that earlier?
that was my insight just now.
That was one.
Oh,
now.
okay. Just now? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Alongside Luca?
She is trying to be persuasive. She's not lying. She
Okay.
would like to get rid of the harpies. Oops, I just closed my entire window.
No!
Hi, Zeke!
Come back!
Yeah, and we'll message that to, awaken mind that to Luca.
Okay.
So
And
we're all in
I think
the know.
Mashing out to Willow.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say from about here, Willow would have been the detect magic spell would still be up because it's 10 minutes concentration.
I
imagine.
think
Or duration.
10 minutes duration. However, I do think that conversation with the harpies took about 10 minutes, so you might have just the tail end of it. As you are approaching, it flickers out. You can tell that it's evocation magic. But you don't really need detect magic to tell you what that is. When you lift up the tarp and look underneath it, it's an arcane cannon.
I fucking knew it.
Is it one from the galleon?
Give me an arcana check.
Yeah, Willow. What? Do I need to?
No, not you.
You don't even know what
okay.
it is.
You're not there.
No.
You're not looking at it.
A
Yeah,
10 is a
it's-
pass, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an arcane cannon. You're not entirely sure which element it is, but by the make of it, you could probably guess it's from the galleon. You don't know where else she would have gotten this.
Okay. I don't like what else do I ask? I'm just like, yep, that's a big ass gun.
That's a cannon.
That's a cannon, all right.
She has a giant gun.
Is there anything else to investigate about this? I wouldn't touch it.
Oh,
But-
I wonder if that's what she was using to threaten the harpies.
I guess.
Well, you know what it is
Alongside-
now.
All of
You
her
know what
other
it is now.
bullshit.
You know what it is, and you can make a very educated guess on where it came from. It is like a full-on cannon, so it's not easy to move.
I
This
guess
is
to help with the
probably why she
constructs?
has, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
let's continue the
Have-
conversation.
Yep.
So, Inferno Rose has just proposed that you and her constructs work together and
Well, do you
dispose of the harpies.
know where the nests are?
She gestures across the way, up into the east. Most of them are on those cliffs over there, but I can arrange for them to get within range.
How many do you think there are left?
Probably 10 or so.
I think before we commit to anything, my companions would need to rest.
Sure.
Can you keep
If
them
you
away
agree
for that
to it,
long?
then I'll tell them when a good time is.
How long exactly could you buy for us?
At least a day.
And nods. Well, it's not really up to me, but I can tell the others.
I think we should
Well,
consult with our captain.
sure. But don't back out on me, all right?
Oh, they're all our problem, right?
Exactly. Glad we see eye to eye on this.
Can I see anything in her shack?
Not really. She's standing in the way.
Damn it.
But you can try and make a perception check.
Can I make a perception check off the
No.
shack from
There's
here?
no windows, really.
Can I make a
You're
perception
like
check too?
underneath the shack.
Eh?
You're like,
Behind
Damn it.
it.
Can I make a
behind
Oh no,
it
I meant
and,
not
like,
not into the shack. I'm making just if there's no windows or anything, then yeah, don't worry.
No, it's a shack.
Can I as
Yeah.
well, or am I like
Shack in a-
too short?
Whoa.
Oh.
Music.
Who's that?
Sorry, that was me.
Time to take out the trash. I don't know what that was, but
Your crit line apparently.
yeah.
Is that song a no and it's too short, or
Uh,
to make a perception check alongside
You can
with
try
them?
and make a perception check, but again, it's like
Yeah, he's in the way. And I'm wearing an eye
There's
patch.
always a chance.
Yep, nope.
No. Fucking
there's
no.
always a chance for failure as well.
I'm very short, and I'm also keeping the conversation going, so
Yeah.
I see
Yeah,
nothing.
you can't really. Yeah, it's also like there's not a light source really in
Yeah.
there.
It's dark. I'm trying to keep this conversation going. Luca's tall. Luca can do a little like stupid little head tilt look in all his
Yeah,
tallness.
But
Yeah.
even then,
Yeah,
like,
it's like
stupidity.
it's like there might be furniture in there.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay.
that we sit.
Oh no.
Are you
Gosh.
coming back aboard, or are we gonna have to wander out here? And...
I'll come back. Don't worry. I just wanted to collect my things.
She has to get her things,
Yeah.
Audrey.
Why don't we go back together? Safety in numbers and all that.
Of course. We'll wait for you. I scratch my ear.
En's gonna like start to wander a bit to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like maybe over here?
Yep.
Yeah, just casually like looking around,
Yeah, keeping
looking
an
at the
eye.
boat.
Yeah. Roselia gets two of her constructs to pull out a large iron sea chest.
Yeah. As soon as Roselia's out
Oh.
of like eye shot, and we'll open message both to Luca and also check in on Willow. Like
Willow.
yeah, and probably going to first and foremost, it's 100 feet message.
Oh,
so,
nice.
I think I'm in range.
Your
Yes.
range.
Yeah. So urgently to Willow, and is going to like give Willow a summary of the conversation, and like you need to get out of here because she's coming back with us, and
No.
if she sees you with us, then she's gonna know something else is going on. So, and wants Willow to go
Okay.
and get back on the Blackfin ahead
Okay.
of them.
All right. Willow's going to say it's an arcane cannon. Feel free to ask her what it is if you happen to see it.
Okay, and
See if her story matches.
then
And Willow
Luca.
will start scampering away.
Luca wanted the message
Hi.
open. Did Luca want to say anything specific?
Oh no, just I wanted you to tell Willow to get the hell out of Dodge.
Cool. We're on the same page then.
Yeah.
I do love the image of us talking to Roselia and then Cognaw just in the background. Stuck in between rocks.
Imagine it animated, like in the foreground is us on
Yeah,
either
exactly.
side chatting, and then Willow's like silhouette just creeping in
Yeah.
the background.
Exactly.
Man, I see a giant cannon. But yeah, if you guys do accidentally spot the cannon, feel free to inquire with her about what it is, what she has it for, because Willow knows what it is. So I feel like I should have done more, but I can't really think of what to do. I guess there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing, like figuring out
Unless you can
what it is.
sabotage it,
cannon.
Saboteur.
Mm-hmm.
I could, but then we might need it.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So,
Yeah.
The other
Maybe
thing
there's
you
a
can do
self-sabotage in
is
that way.
like the other thing you could do is stay behind until she leaves.
That's what I was thinking. Is it safer for Willow to
Yeah.
stay so that, like,
Yeah.
we don't cross paths by accident?
Look, okay, question. I would either stay behind and investigate more once she
Mhm.
leaves, or
Mhm.
okay, which one feels more Willow? Because the fact I just followed your instruction, I'm like,
That's
And,
OOC.
and it will
No, no, no.
basically tell you what the facts are. Like, you can't be seen with us,
Yeah.
or else. Yeah.
No, either Willow goes ahead and pretends that they're waiting off the side of the boat for you, or Willow stays behind and investigates once she's gone. And I would be very curious to see inside the place, so I think it's actually probably more in character for Willow to
Yeah.
stay behind.
Mm.
Okay.
Are
And
the
they're
constructs
warforged.
going to
Harpy's not going to eat him.
Yeah, are the harpies going to come back, and are the constructs going to cause you problems? Are two things to consider, but
I don't know if Willow would think of like.
I don't know if Willow would
I don't
think.
they'd see
Yeah,
it
that's
as a-
okay.
I don't. No,
Yeah.
no. You know that they think so much.
They think
But, like, I
too
think-
much, actually.
I think Willow might be on
About their own
the topic of like.
self-preservation.
Ha ha ha. Anyway, psychoanalyze later. I think Willow will suggest that they stay to get more of a gauge on what she's doing and how she's doing it, if
I think
possible.
Luca would suggest Willow stay so that we don't accidentally cross paths. It's safer for them to stay put and for us to distract
Yeah.
Roselia
Don't linger too
until
long, though.
they can. Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
You too.
Be safe. Gil.
Not that. And relays that message.
Oh yeah, they have to.
Yeah. It's my sworn duty,
They're
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willow rolls their eyes. Stay safe, Doctor Audrey.
Okay.
So, Inferno Rose gathers her things. She has a smallish satchel that's clearly filled with tools.
Mm-hmm.
The driftwood constructs are carrying a large iron chest. And the group of you all walk back
Does
to the
the
Blackton.
chest jingle like it's full of money and or jewels
It
and
doesn't
or
jingle.
riches?
It
Huh?
does not jingle, but it is very... It's like quite large and heavy looking.
Okay.
Money doesn't
Cool,
jiggle,
cool,
jiggle.
cool.
It folds.
It folds.
Silly.
Unfortunately, it does jiggle in this universe because we are still using coinage.
It can
Maybe it's
also
fabric.
fold if you
Yeah.
heat it up and get the right tools.
Try
I believe
really
in
hard.
Willow.
Thanks.
Cool, great. Let's go.
Okay.
Bye.
So,
Just imagine the little cognaut hat sitting like almost like there's a random abandoned hat on the side of this little ledge, and then Willow's head like pops up.
Yeah.
Gold little face, weird long
Yeah.
arms as they climb up onto this level.
mm-hmm.
Investigate canon. If there was anything I didn't glean before, then
Yeah, you can take your time, make another Arcana check. You can pull out Fish Dog now. I assume
Yeah.
you wait until the others are well and gone.
Yes.
Yep. Do we get away safely? I guess.
Yes.
Cool.
You
Nice.
return safely to the Blackfin with Inferno Rose and all her stuff,
uh-huh.
all her
So Arcana
worldly
check.
possessions. Yes, Arcana
Alright,
check.
is it Firestorm?
Lady Firestorm.
Lady Firestorm.
That's like
is what the harpies
dope as
called
hell.
her.
No,
yeah,
it's not
that's
stupid.
like a
Dumbass name.
it's like a different way of saying Inferno. It's dope as hell. I love it.
It's pretty cool, but she sucks. So
That's true.
He doesn't deserve the praise.
Doesn't
Hey.
deserve the cool nickname.
It looks to be a frost cannon.
frost cannon. Oh,
So-
well, that's yeah. Okay. Can I check in the house as well?
Yes. So, you enter the shack. Compared to the outer structure, the interior of the shack is in better condition, albeit severely cramped, with just enough space for a frequently used workbench of rich teak wood and a single plush bed piled high with embroidered pillows. All of this is remarkably well kept despite warping from the cold and damp. It looks like this furniture has been salvaged, not made on site. And obviously the chest that is depicted in the corner is no longer here.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
The fish that applies.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I what do I
Investigation check?
That's the one. With advantage,
you-
with my fish dog.
Yes.
I am seeing.
What you looking for?
She is sus, so I'm looking. You know the rally of questions I asked in the recap. Basically, most of that. Why is she here? How has she survived this long? Oh gosh.
Damn, Willow.
Wow. Well-
Was she aboard the galleon? Things like that, and like what magic is she using? What threats? Basically, anything that makes her seem like a threat, or anything that can tell me anything about her.
Okay, well, you can clearly tell that she has taken anything that would have any personal details or value with her. You can already see the blank spaces where stuff has been removed.
Yeah.
That being said, you can clearly also tell that she has lived here for a significant amount of time, that all of this furniture has been salvaged at some point from the ocean and magically cleaned, probably. It's a ramshackle job, but she's clearly lived here for quite some time. The gaps are plugged, so there's not really a draft in here. You also saw outside that she has like evidence of a campfire, and like this is a reef, so there are plenty of fish available, seaweed, that sort of thing. And it rains enough that like she probably could also collect fresh water while living out here. The workbench has clearly seen use. That's probably where she built her constructs. There's evidence of tool marks on there, but obviously she would have taken the tools with her in her bag. What else are you trying to find out?
So that answers how she stayed alive. Does any of this confirm whether she was in the galleon or not really?
I would say strong yes, though you don't know in what capacity she was on the galleon.
Yeah.
Because this clearly looks like... This clearly all looks like stuff that you might expect to find on a warship that has been salvaged from it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not the entire ship, because there is no room for that. However, like, she's clearly scavenged stuff from it and made herself comfortable in it.
There's no evidence of magic here. The wood, I imagine... So you said it's from the galleon. It looks like the
Yes.
same wood. Teammates. Anything I should be checking that's not coming to mind? Because if I can't investigate her stuff or tell anything more about her, then I don't know if I've like gleaned anything more other than, well, she has been living like shit out here, which is yep.
I mean, I kind of imagine.
Oh, you first, Rami?
I imagine the most important stuff she either just took away in that chest or is on her person. So I think like what we've seen and what you've seen there is kind of probably what we're going to get out of the shack and the cannon. The rest is probably on her and or in interactions that we might see between her and the harpies.
And like just confirmation of having no more secret weapons is probably
It's
good,
Yeah.
good enough.
Yeah, it's a good thing to know that
Yeah.
she's not hiding more firepower in there than the cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so imagine Willow like goes on their knees and under the bed to see if there's like stuff
Yeah.
hidden or stashed, and
Yeah.
like, Willow's just
Kicks the
turning this room upside
floorboards
down.
just to see if
in
there's
a-
a loose floorboard.
Yeah, gently without disrupting too much. Like if she
Yeah.
did come back, it wouldn't look like
Yeah.
anyone snuck through it. But at the same time, Willow's considering like, I'll just freaking blow this shack up. Leaves a snare in here after all.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could well do that.
I could well do that.
But is that smart?
Isn't smart. Is snare?
I mean,
You
it
could
doesn't
do
really
that.
matter. Like that's just using your talents
Yeah.
for spite. You don't really need to do that.
Shrugs. Define need. But no. Okay. I think if she. It's okay. I unequipped snare anyway when I had my identify moment.
Mm-hmm.
Willow would also touch things and cast identify just to triple check that nothing in the room is magical. But
No, nothing
Yeah,
that remains is magical.
yeah, I think Willow's like at that stage they are frustrated because she has obviously taken it with her. So
Yeah.
Willow's a bit annoyed. And
As I say,
Ugh,
it's
I
good
guess-
to just know that she has nothing else dangerous handy.
just know that before Willow leaves the room, they do pause like they are going to leave a snare or something here, but it seems probably better not to. So they'll leave, I guess. I feel like I'm forgetting something. It's fine.
That's a perpetual Willow feeling.
I haven't done enough feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's psychoanalyze that later.
So, we resume. Let's stay on the Blackfin for now.
Yes, sir. Wait, let me bring my microphone back. Sorry.
Luca and N have, or rather, Dr. Luca Jenkins and Audrey Whistler have accompanied Roselia back to the Blackfin with her constructs. She thanks you for helping her get her things aboard, even though you really didn't do anything, as her constructs took care of most of that.
We just kind of watched.
Yeah. I imagine she, like, at one point, Luca offered a hand and she, like, kind of took it as if she was stepping out of a carriage or something. Or, like,
Yes.
Luca seems the type to help somebody climb upstairs.
Yes,
Yuck.
even if they are a war criminal,
Yes.
he's going to be polite until the jig
Yeah.
is up.
Yeah. All right. And she says that she'll organize things, and you talk to the captain and come talk to her again when you have decided.
Okay.
Aye, aye.
Will, I reckon you're making your way back straight to the scrap bucket.
How would I get straight back to the scrap bucket without crossing over the dire shark? Or I would.
Yeah, I just imagine you're not stopping on the Blackfin is the thing. So,
Yeah, no, it would be my bridge between.
yeah.
Yeah, and we'll
There's
follow.
not many people above deck, so
Yeah,
No one to speak to. And I
not
don't want to see
really.
her, so.
yeah. And might let Willow know when Roselia
safe,
has like
it's clear.
gone back
Yeah.
inside or whatever, so that Willow
Mhm.
can cross over without complication.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Willow
say
will just be quick.
Bones is on the deck currently, keeping lookout.
My new
Something
best
I wanna
buddy.
ask
That's,
Bones.
can we go talk to Bones, or does Willow want to not like? Does Willow
You
not
can talk
be
to
seen
Bones
by
if you want
Bones?
to.
No, Willow's fine to be seen by Bones.
Okay. Like, do we have to distract Bones now?
Any of you are free to talk to Bones, if you would like. They are standing watch.
Wait, so, okay. Are you guys already off the boat, or are you waiting there for me?
I'm just gonna wait for you just to, like, give you the sign that Roselia's away.
Right. I think Willow will walk towards you and then kind of pause when they see Bones. Like they're considering asking him things.
Oh, that would be the time where we sit down and figure out what we're gonna do.
Mm. Do you have anything to ask him? This is Meta, not Willow.
You could just be like, hey, that woman's a war criminal.
Maybe not yet.
Or, hey, she's been talking to the harpies.
Oh.
Anything.
Nick is trying to start conflict.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but it would be out of character for Willow.
It doesn't feel smart, so yeah, Nan's not gonna do it.
not for Willow, but like Luca.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Hope.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Luca would be like, we should inform them of what she's about.
No, we shouldn't.
Can I tell you my long-term Willow brain?
Sure.
It's, if we tell Bones he is already distrusting of her, if he confronts her, it all goes to shit. Potentially.
Yeah, it could all go downhill very fast if Hoya or Bones decides to confront her. Especially since the harpies.
Mainly Bones. Bones just has a war criminal, punches her in the face.
The harpies already.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. They might be into it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Give me a reason,
Anyway.
bitch.
It's just a very quick way for things to escalate very fast.
Yeah.
But shouldn't...
If they know,
Yeah.
then they have the possibility of being found out, and if they get found out...
The other thing that you could talk about is, like, the galleon itself and what their mission here is.
Yeah, that's what I was considering asking him. Them, sorry.
I know, we keep doing it.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. Alright, I might toddle over to Bones.
Yeah, I'll stick around if
You
Willow's
guys-
sticking around.
Okay, Willow walks towards you and then does that, like, double back and then, changes directions.
I would say we were,
immediately.
like, lingering on deck, waiting for Willow.
Yeah.
Okay, Willow will approach Bones.
Hello, Bosun Bones.
Watcher.
Pardon?
Hello.
Hello.
Is that pirate speak?
Is Luca here? Or are you...
Yes.
Oh.
Watcher
They walked over on their own.
is just slang.
Like, what you doing? Willow's playing...
Any plans for today?
Let the crew rest up. Captain's orders.
And you?
I'm rested. Keeping an eye out. The harpies haven't come close yet, but there's always a chance. Oh, I have done a technical error. So you can
Yeah,
tell
you're
what
not
the-
all robot-y.
Whoops.
I was like, why does this sound not as sexy?
How dare you?
Zeke is always sexy. How dare you? The harpies haven't come by yet. That might change.
My My bad. It's very early in the morning for me all the time.
You're
And
good.
we appreciate
Anyway.
you so much.
It's fine. It sounded fine anyway. I didn't even click until I was like, wait a minute. All right.
And no, good.
Are you intending to finish your walk?
Not until the captain gives leave.
Hmm. It is a strange sunken vessel. Semi-sunken, I suppose.
Wreck's a wreck.
What do you think it was used for?
Who cares? Was using the wall.
Your voice is off again.
Who cares? Was off in the wall.
Hmm.
I've got a question.
Huh? Oh. Yes, sir?
You finish first.
Often warships carry many curious things. Though I suppose mainly weapons.
Sorry, voice mod just died.
You have been thoroughly nerfed this session.
And yet he's still winning. No need to idea.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's back alive.
Unlike the crew of the galleon.
Gee, thanks.
I've got a question for you.
Hmm?
Why are you dressed up as a Warforged?
Willow shrugs.
It's fun.
What do you mean, dressed up?
The others might not notice it, but I could see you breathing.
I try to keep it under control, at least through the voice, but I suppose you of all people, rather, Warforged, would know.
Yeah. If it's just a costume, whatever.
More or less. Appreciate if you didn't tell anybody my secret, though. I like to remain anon.
Do I look like I give a shit?
Not really.
Right.
Now that we are on talking terms, I think I will explore the galleon.
Try not to get crushed.
Crashed.
Bowens does a sort of reverse nod towards the wreck.
Old lumber's pretty unstable. Who knows what could happen?
Is there anything in there I should be wary of?
They shrug again.
Just keep your fingers to yourself and we won't have any cause for disagreement. Max hour mark.
What does that mean?
We've got dibs on it, eh?
Dibs. Your captain said that it was to be destroyed.
Yeah, only the part that's stuck.
Not the whole galleon.
Why don't you ask Captain Moya yourself? You're
I
on a
did.
good side.
But I did. She said we could take to it with axes. She made it seem like we could destroy it entirely. Should we not be?
Gonna do an insight check as Bones.
Okay. Mhm.
Not that they are particularly insightful.
Can I make a deception check or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Or
did Hoya
persuasion.
not say that?
She said you can take to the front of it. Okay, what
Yeah.
Hoya
Oh, right,
said
okay.
Yeah.
is that, like, Willow or Gil suggested, why don't we use your cannon to blow a hole in the galleon so that you can get unstuck easier? And she was like, no, that's stupid. You'll set our entire ship on fire. You can go at it at the bit that's stuck with an axe, though. I don't care about that.
Okay,
Yeah, Willow's
right.
changed the tune of it to make it sound different. To
Okay.
try and prompt elaboration from wait, so he's making a check on me?
Yeah,
Mm,
they're sort of like trying to see what you're
Suss me out.
angling at.
Am I persuasion?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, if not, I have a backup. It's fine.
Oh, close!
You are angling for something. That much Bones can tell.
Hmm.
If not exactly what.
What you angling at?
Sigh. May I be honest with you a moment, Person Bones?
They gesture for you to go ahead.
Willow leans in a little.
I don't particularly trust that Roselia. She claims that she was aboard the galleon. And I don't trust that either. I think that maybe there might be something more to her story. Maybe something concealed in the ship.
That's pretty likely. However, suspicious or not, Captain says she's allowed aboard. By passage. What the captain says, it goes. So as soon as anything, I'd throw her overboard.
Very good, Person Bones. It would be a waste if all of our efforts died at sea because we didn't prepare.
You were right in my books because you did what I asked you. Saved plenty of the crew. Fucking dire situation.
It's the friendly thing to do.
Willow offers a handshake now.
Bones brandishes their hook with like a smirk.
Willow will grab the hook and shake it if that is what he's implying.
Yes, that is what they're implying.
Yeah.
Bones
implying,
gives a hearty chortle.
I'll update you if I find anything particularly curious.
You've got moxie. I'll give you that much.
You as well, I presume.
Bones nods.
Yeah. Willow nods, and we'll probably peace out now.
Goodbye.
You get another silent nod, and Bones returns to their watch.
Okay, so they are after something. Is the vibe I'm getting? There is something.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's something they want, but they haven't said either way. You have
Yep.
to, and Bones is not gonna. Bones seems
Captain.
primarily loyal to Hoya.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Good lad.
Yeah.
But also you
The
get the
vibe's so
distinct
good.
impression that if you became a nuisance, they probably also wouldn't hesitate to kill you.
Yeah. No,
obviously.
Willow's got that vibe. That's fine.
That's fair.
This is Willow's at least used to that.
Well, I was used to that feeling of this person might throw me off the boat at any moment.
They won't, because you've done a service, so you've earned some goodwill. So they are
If I
At
start,
any moment,
positively neutral to you.
any moment, it's an
However-
asterisk of like
Yes.
they will if they get a reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I can't imagine a reason on the horizon. But anywho, I am going to join you guys back, and if not, walk directly back to the scrap bucket.
Yeah, and would have hung
After thanking
around.
you guys for waiting.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. So waiting at the gang
Plank.
Gangplank. Thank you. Have a nice little chat, Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we go inside and continue chats?
Only if you don't call me Gilbert.
Is that not your name?
You're very irritating.
I've had a full rest. I'm at full capacity. I kind of like do the thing where I extend my arm for them to walk on the gangplank.
Yeah, they're just gonna go.
And you, Anne.
yeah, En's gonna go too. They're thinking.
Nice.
So,
What's the situation on the scrap bucket? Is everyone like asleep?
Yep. No. Cat
Sure hope not.
is
Yeah.
keeping watch, is glad to see you return. She is looking a little tired around the edges. Varys is,
Oh.
like, intermittently dozing.
we're back. They could get some sleep now. We can
Yeah.
discuss things.
Willow's gonna chuck on the kettle, and they seem at least a little less dire than they were before.
I shock.
Ha 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 ha. So they have approached the table in a way of like time to
Yeah.
pull our information.
Yes.
What do we know?
Well, she is a sneaky lady.
Yep, she's a lying snake, but she does seem to actually want our assistance to exterminate the harpies, which makes sense considering the position they put her in.
It seems like she's hanging by a thread
Mm-hmm.
in terms of their favor, which is favorable for us, really.
Yes.
Have we told Willow that she like asked for our assistance and such?
Did I hear it? Can't tell.
I think you would have
Sure.
been able to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we can...
You might have missed, like, one or two details, but, like, I'm assuming that, like, you recap
Yeah.
what all
Yeah.
happened.
If we can pretend to be on her good side, it's better than pretending to be on her bad side. Guess it's not pretending. It's the goal we're
We're
here
planning
to
to.
achieve. So,
Yes. She obviously knows that we're not who we say we are, so at least that's that.
Not to a full degree, but I mean, there's no way she can really disprove that we're adventurers circling Green Tarn now, is there?
No.
Just because we're equipped, what does that mean? There are harpies out here. It's really no big deal.
Mm.
I mean, Hoya figured it out,
No.
of course she did.
Yeah, no, it's actually a non-issue in my mind. She seems willing to work with us anyway. She wants guns. Do guns exist? She wants firepower.
Firepower, yeah. Firepower is the better.
Yeah, no guns.
Do guns exist?
Turner.
No.
Question mark.
Not yet.
Do they?
Wait, but
You seen how I hold my crossbow?
Do they?
I'm gonna say
yeah, so
yes, but not in so many words.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, ones are
Well,
the
something else.
equivalent of guns in this.
But yes, okay.
We could exterminate the harpies and then deal with her. At least that would extinguish one threat, one angle.
It would.
When you say deal, what do you mean?
In what context?
Deal with her.
Well, I guess that'll depend on how she behaves, won't it? If we let her leave with the dire sharks, they're obviously not going to imprison her or get rid of her in any long-lasting way, and she wants to disappear. So as soon as they get to where they're going, she's going to slink away. So either we have to take her back to Regalport where she might meet justice, or we don't let her leave this place at all.
I don't know that it's obvious, per se, but I suppose it's getting ahead of ourselves.
What?
That
Yeah,
dire
what was
sharks
obvious?
wouldn't
Sorry.
turn her in.
Ah.
Willow was responding to N saying, obviously the dire sharks aren't going to imprison her. They don't
Right,
have
right.
the information to. But yeah, so Willow was deliberately vague about what they were replying
Which
to.
means if we are going to take her, we'll have to take her in our ship, and we don't have a secure place to lock her down.
Hmm.
I'm not sleeping in the same boat as her.
I'm gonna
Well-
say, Luca, you're the one that's taken over watch for Cat. Could you give me a
Yes.
perception check?
Yes, sir. Percepzione. Ugh.
Skies are
Not the
still
best.
clear at the moment.
Okay.
You're just keeping an eye out for harpies.
She said she could buy us a day to prepare.
I suppose the question is, backtrack off the topic of the fate of Roselia. We need to fetch the wings off the harpies if we are still looking at our bounty.
Yes, that's why I'm considering we should just go with this plan for now. It keeps us on her good side, and it will achieve what we're here to do. It seems
Unless,
like a
of course,
fair
she
approach.
incinerates all the harpies.
Well, if she could do that, she wouldn't be asking for our help, would she?
Suppose not. At least some of them. Be a pity, but I suppose we can't take it all. Nevertheless, there is that.
How
As
many
for the precise
meta?
nature
How many?
Mm-hmm.
How many wings do we need to take back?
You get a bonus on your payment per wing you get back.
Oh.
Yeah, we also
You
need
have a baseline pay, which for just getting rid of the harpies in general from this area,
Mhm.
and then you get additional payment for each wing from a harpy that you retrieve.
She can call them all in to one concentrated attack. That's... Well, at least that brings them all out to the open, but that does mean we'd have to face all of them potentially at once unless we organize with her to funnel them in. But they'll probably catch on to that pretty fast.
Well, sounds like they're in dire straits already, so best that we liaise with her.
Yep. Cornered animals are going to strike harder, so once we're in it, we're probably in it, regardless of what she does to call them out.
Mm-hmm. And I presume... Wait, Meta again, did we get the valuables that they had, or do we need to actually go to the nests for that?
You would need to go to the nests.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So we need to
So
I
do
mean,
that.
they do,
Valuables
the
for-
harpies, the harpy sisters that you saw did seem to be wearing some jewelry.
Hmm.
Wait, we're
Um,
collecting valuables for
Yeah.
people? I thought we were collecting.
We are both collecting
Ah.
the Jenny's stolen cargo and personal effects from the people who were killed.
Oh,
can.
right.
That's 100% completion.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
If we have
Yeah.
a day,
I will say, Willow, you have not seen any sign of the Jenny's cargo in her shack.
yeah, I was thinking that. We have a day and we want to explore the galleon, then we might want to do that.
On that note, it appears that they are... There's something on the galleon. Maybe.
They are looking for something specific, the Blackfin crew.
Hmm.
You think it's the elemental?
Don't know. Can I ask Zeke? Would I assume not?
You have no
I kind
idea.
of assume not. I have no idea. Okay.
Would you know if
Okay,
you
then.
saw it? Is
Well-
Luca asking Willow?
Is Luca... What? Luca's asking Willow, or is...
Yeah.
Oh. Probably. It might stand out.
Yeah, if we go on there, we will be able to gather some sort of information, either what they're looking for, how the thing ended up here in the first place, Rosalia's whole deal with it, if she truly has a deal with it.
Hmm.
It'd be probably...
Again, I will say one thing that you haven't properly pursued is just asking Captain Hoya herself. The first time
Yeah.
you asked, was it at a bad
Yeah.
point in time?
Yeah.
Because she had it was just bad timing.
Yeah.
She was stressed. She was dealing with a
Yeah.
lot.
We could approach...
She's had time to rest now.
Yeah, we could approach Hoya and see if she's already given us the blessing to go aboard the galleon. In the first place, we could try and figure out exactly what we should not be touching.
Sounds like a plan. I did ask Bones, but they are loyal to their captain, so didn't share much with me. However, I did tell them that I distrusted Rosilia, so
Yes, I overheard.
sowing discontent.
Well, who knows, we might need it.
Exactly.
Hopefully if Bones is loyal to Hoya, Hoya will be loyal to Bones and take their side when it comes to Rosilia.
Sounds like a plan. Roughly.
All right, so
That
we go talk to
That sound is
Hoya.
Bones falling off.
Just out the window as he Bones fall over the edge of
Just clang, 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 clang over there.
Shit.
Sorry,
I
what were you
didn't
saying?
hear that.
Oh,
Then it might
it
have
was
been you,
garbage.
buddy.
Like, it might have
Yeah.
been outside. It was sound like a
Oh.
garbage truck or something.
Yeah,
Oh, that might have been on my end. Sorry.
it was on your
I
end.
didn't hear it.
No, no,
I did
it's
not
all good.
hear it at all. Whoops.
No, it's funny. Okay, literally, I'm just imagining Bones and Bones. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Go for that walk a little early, huh, buddy?
On my fucking knees.
Okay. So the plan is we're gonna go talk to Hoya, try to figure out what's on the galleon that's so important, and then potentially investigate the galleon itself. Is that the aim here?
Are we doing that today or
going-
tomorrow?
Today, because this is the
Are
day
you
we
going
have
all to-
bought.
Yeah, are you going
Okay.
all
The
together,
Harpy.
or is it a solo mission? Or a duo mission?
Well, I'm happy to go talk to Hoya. I imagine we're all
just-
gonna go on the galleon together.
Oh, yeah.
Are
yeah.
we? Yeah.
Oh, to you.
Okay.
It's-
No, I'm like, I didn't know if that was a plan. I had no idea what the plan.
I don't
for,
see why
like,
we
the
wouldn't.
Logistics.
The reason why you wouldn't is somebody needs to keep watch on the scrap bucket.
Yeah, that's what I was
Cat
thinking.
and
Well, yeah.
Varys are very tired.
Yeah. In which case, I guess I would be best suited for staying back.
I suppose. Yeah. I guess.
Another thing is, I think Varys is like coming up at this point after your discussion, or at the tail end of your discussion, and says, I could talk to the captain for you. I still know my way around words.
That might be best. A little captain.
Conversation? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, and you know your way around elemental galleons too, so you can tell us what they're after.
I've been aboard one or two.
All right. Well, I'm okay going with Willow onto the galleon.
Mhm.
And Luca can stay here, and we will return if there's any problems.
Can you keep your breeze up? Like, oh, I shouldn't have said that in front of Varys.
What?
I was gonna ask for them to keep their like message open, but
Oh.
I will send a signal if there's trouble.
okay.
Message is not an uncommon spell, so.
Yeah,
We also used it on him, but Luca doesn't
with him.
remember that. Yeah.
it's okay. We're just it's fine, Luca. I get you. I understand.
Luca saying, keep your, and then giving Varys the biggest, like, oh no, look like you just said
Yeah.
something. We're like, it's fine, bro. Like, everyone here knows what
You
just
held
said.
it together in front of Rosalia. You've done your quota for the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck up here. We're all friends.
Yeah. Okay,
Alright.
well,
Yep, let's
Varys
do
on
it.
his merry way and us preparing to go to the galleon?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm going alone then?
I thought we were gonna go
Oh.
with Varys and like find out what Hoya says, you know, the whole point of this, and then go on the galleon.
No, I thought he would report back. I thought it'd be weird if we all like, hey, so anyway, and then just sit and watch her talk to Captain Varys.
Not that weird.
Yeah,
No?
we're part of the
Okay,
crew.
well.
That's
I mean, like, you could also just, like, stand outside the door and listen.
yeah. So
Okay.
let's
Sure.
yeah.
I feel
Let's
like it would be
telephone.
best
We'll
if
accompany
like
him.
N went, because then they kind of seem like
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is, but like an assistant to the
A
captain kind of
swabby.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A bookkeeper.
I
Yeah.
see his nice hair. I did that.
Yes, the stylish low ponytail. That's all you, baby. That's why you brought a hairdresser on this boat.
Well manicured facial hair.
Yep, there you go.
All right, so I'll go with Varys. Up to Willow. What Willow wants to do.
Where can Willow be useful? I don't want to raise too much suspicion by being back on the boat, mainly, but
That's
If
why
You
I
want to
thought-
just look at the galleon through the telescope?
spyglass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do another once
I guess
over
it-
while we go off.
Can anyone
Maybe
suggest
be
anything
friend.
else where I'd be useful, or is that basically?
They could
That's-
like hold the wheel.
The ship's not moving.
Yeah, it is. It
I
is
don't-
anchored.
I forgot.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. No. Okay. I will make.
I
sure
was wondering
that
if Varys had been at the wheel this whole time. I forgot.
We have an anchor for these purposes.
Varys
Okay.
puts on the handbrake and then holds the wheel for a solid 10 minutes. And is like, oh fuck, I forgot.
Look, I do that in the car sometimes. Like if I'm just sitting in the car,
Okay.
and, you know, you
Anyway.
can pull on the handbrake and you just
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stay on the boat and try and make myself useful here, I guess, because
Okay.
I already walked off. Yeah.
So, and we'll go with Varys.
Can I make another
and forth.
spyglass check on the galleon?
Yes, you can. You can take your time now that it is not an active combat situation, and also daylight to examine the galleon.
Yep. Investigation or perception?
Perception with advantage because telescope. Spyglass.
Yep.
Wow, fucking Willow.
Hey.
Far
You're
out.
just on your game today.
Okay, so you take your
Can you
time, you
imagine?
like climb up the sail, the mast of the scrap bucket, and take your time to really rake your eyes over the elemental galleon, and you do spy her name. It is
Ah.
the Good Fortune.
Oh!
Nah, there it is. Roll credits.
Roll credits.
Oh, it's called the Good Fortune, and it's right on this freaking reef. That's
Wah wah.
whoops, foghorn noise.
Yeah.
The elemental galleon is named the Good Fortune. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
Luca's gonna
Willow's
make you a
going
tea.
to. Oh, that's cute. Willow's going to drop a dry little laugh when they see the name of the vessel.
The other thing you can tell is that it has been here for a significant amount of time. The wood is pretty water damaged. Everything like below the top deck is probably at least partially submerged underwater. You can tell from this distance that
Sorry.
the Good Fortune is a particular design that has like a combination of sails and elemental engine. One of the struts has been broken off. You saw that from the other side when you were walking along. And the top deck is really just like a deck with no housing on it. There's the wheelhouse at the back at most. And a sort of walkway around the sunken sort of main deck. The main mast and foremast are still standing with sails ragged, rotting. The mizzen mast has collapsed inwards into the main deck. She is not floating. She's probably being propped up a little bit in the middle. And at least you'd guess there's probably 4 decks total, and the bottom 2 are flooded completely.
Okay,
We only have 9 hours to get out.
stop it.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
Other than that, the hull is also covered in all manner of barnacles, and like it's clearly slowly being reclaimed by the reef itself.
What a nice way to put it.
It is the wood itself is like so weather worn that it is probably very easy to break with a certain amount of force. Like, it would not take very long to chop a hole with an axe.
Okay.
Or even bash one in with a hammer. So, yeah.
Cool.
Imagine
Thank you.
Willow is explaining some of this to Luca because he might ask.
Yeah, Willow's probably going to go back to the deck and to the table and jot down, or at least go over their notes, what they've seen and what they could expect when they go in.
I'm also going to say that you probably expect the elemental engine to be on the deck above the cargo deck, but below the main deck.
So is that
And
level
either
2
towards
or-
there's the top deck, the main deck, the lower deck, and the cargo deck.
Okay, so it'll be
The
lower
main deck has
Flooded.
the Yes, so probably on the lower deck, either in the
Hmm.
back or the middle of the ship. That
Okay.
would be the most efficient place for the engine room to be.
And that level is flooded?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also, while you are watching, see that there are like sea creatures swimming in and out of the wreck now and then.
Oh.
Aw.
Yep. Not Luca. Sorry, imagine Willow going, there are sea creatures, and Luca's like, oh, and Willow's like, no.
Wait, why?
Because they could be dangerous.
But they're just living their best fish life. And they have a boat to live in.
Yes, well, we're about to ruin that for them, Luca, so Willow goes back to writing. We're also killing harpies.
Look, it's not ideal, but
They killed other people first.
Justice.
thank you, little tiny shoulder end, for the pessimism.
Just saying, you don't have
Can
to
I
feel bad.
ask a mechanical question?
Mm-hmm.
That's totally unrelated. Is it possible, if we were to fight Roselia in combat, is it possible for us to take her down without killing her?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
can specifically say that
It's
you're doing
just a-
non-lethal strikes sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
You-
okay.
However,
Cuts your head
the
off, but
issue
not
is more
legally.
the issue is more what happens after.
Yeah. We'll get to that bridge later. I just didn't know off the top of my head, so I just wanted to confirm. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you for the nat 20 check on the boat.
Yes. So now we pick
Wait,
up
I'm not-
with. Or
Sorry, I'm not going on the boat, am I?
No, you said you were gonna stay here.
Aw. Yeah, I
and
know.
keep
but-
watch.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Unless Willow's keeping watch,
How long has
that
Cat
would-
been asleep?
she needs more sleep.
Wait, are
Oh,
you
no,
going... Wait, sorry,
Willow
do you want
has
to go
to
onto
go
the
on the
dire
boat.
shark boat? Are you talking about the galleon or
No,
the boat?
The
dire shark
galleon,
boat.
yeah.
Oh,
galleon.
no, I think you were saying that you would stay and
Yeah,
keep
you would
watch
stay
unless
and-
something changes.
I know. I want.
But you want to adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
if
mind.
you want to
It's
play,
okay.
you could ask.
Anyway.
We're distinctly deciding that adventure could wait because you're in a precarious situation.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you guys go and have fun without me. I'll just sit here and look pretty, I guess.
The choice you
Willow
made.
is also not going anywhere.
Yeah, but they're gonna go to the galleon later, so.
They're not.
That was the
They're
plan.
distinctly
What?
not.
Yeah, Willow and Anne were
Wait,
gonna go on the
you're-
galleon after we
Wait,
talked to Hoya.
I'm
that
so
was the
confused.
Yeah.
So Willow
Oh,
and
right,
Anne
right,
right.
are going on the galleon.
Yep.
not
Anne
that's
is,
what I thought.
Anne is going with Varys to talk to Hoya. Then Anne and Willow
Yeah.
are going on the galleon, and Luca's keeping lookout on the ship. That was the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah.
Same page?
Yes.
Okay.
Sarah wants to be there
Zeke,
for the
we-
galleon, but yeah.
But Luca cannot. So that makes
Yeah.
Sarah sad. Was Zeke.
I was thinking that you weren't going to explore the galleon that much either. Like,
Oh. No, I
because you
imagine
only have
Willow's-
one set of potions, and you can't, like, meter those out.
No,
you
no,
drink
I
it
know.
all, it lasts 1 hour, and then you're done. So, you would have
I
to stay
imagine-
above water.
Yeah, I imagine Willow and Anne are going to explore the top 2 decks and then maybe
Yeah.
use one
That
of
is
the
also
potions.
very risky.
Yeah, I feel like we're just going to get a feel for the thing, considering Willow also has not had a proper rest.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So we'll just see what we can see.
Okay. I apologize.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay.
Ignore me.
Okay, so Anne and Varys go over and ask Hoya, rather ask to see Captain Hoya. Hoya agrees. And Varys makes a little bit of small talk with her, saying that the wind should be picking up tomorrow. And if the crew is all rested and ready, they should be able to help haul the Blackfin out of trouble. Hoya thanks him and says she appreciates all the help that they have offered. Varys says, like, of course she would do the same. And Hoya pauses and then says, of course.
Liar.
It's the social niceties of it all.
Thank you, Tiny
Then
Shoulder
Varys-
End, for your pessimism
I'm
once again.
there. This is direct pessimism in my head while I'm listening to this conversation.
Then Varys asks, if I may, Captain, what were you sent here for? Perhaps myself and my crew could be of some assistance there as well. And Hoya says, perhaps. Though the truth of the matter is that it is our work. And admittedly, you do deserve some compensation for your service. She sort of seems to be having an internal debate with herself. And do you want to try and say anything to sway her?
Let's see. I'm like going over the conversation.
Sorry, I've been kind of vague because I am talking to
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
She said that she doesn't want to have to pay us. That's an angle.
Yeah.
No, that's not what she said.
She said
That's not
we
what she
deserve
said?
compensation. Where?
Oh yeah, like sorry, I said that so wrong.
Yeah, you
She
said
referred to
literally the
money.
opposite.
Yeah, no, I said that
Yeah.
in the end voice of like extreme negative skew interpretation. Yeah, the flip side of what I said. Money.
Yeah. Well, I think N will say we were considering investigating the galleon just so we have an idea of what we are tugging you out of. It would probably be good to know what we shouldn't be touching.
Well, yes. We were requested to inspect the wreckage and either salvage what we could of her or, failing that, destroy the, elemental engine so that it was unusable. Judging by the state of the ship, I doubt there's anything left of value on there, but if you are interested in any salvage, she gives a slight nod and gesture. I am feeling that it is slightly more trouble than it was worth. Var says, that's mighty generous of you, Captain Hoya. You were sent to inspect the wreck, I assume by your principality? And she says, yes, on behalf of House Lyrander. They promised good pay if we could discover what had happened to her. And Var says, well, perhaps my crew have some experience in salvaging. They do come from the village of Salvage, after all. Perhaps we could find the captain's log or something similar. Save you some unnecessarily legwork and collect whatever trinkets we find as payment. Let you know the state of the engine. Does that sound agreeable to you? Hoya pauses again and bites her lip. Perhaps I might send my boss along with you. And Var says, that sounds agreeable. If they're so inclined. Obviously, after we salvage the Blackfin from her beaching. Hoya nods. Yes, that sounds agreeable to me. And Varys thanks her. He then asks how the sudden passenger is doing. And Hoya responds that she seems to have settled herself in quite well. I understand she's paid some of my crew personally to give up some space for herself, which is fine by me. She has already offered to pay for the journey to Port Verge. I see, says Varys. Interesting that she should have saved money for such an occasion. Hoya shrugs. I don't really care where she got the money from. And do you have anything else to say, or are you just listening in?
I've been mostly just listening, just kind of standing in the doorway.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, Varys wraps up the conversation with some well wishes and politeness, and wishes them the Blackfin an uneventful night. Hoya thanks you, and Varys takes his leave with you and Toen.
Yep. So, yeah, and we'll report that back to Willow. They're looking for the elemental.
Well, that is the most straightforward answer.
They're looking specifically to salvage either the entire engine or destroy it if it cannot be salvaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do have permission to go in there, admittedly,
With
Bones accompanying you.
With a chaperone.
Yeah.
Well, not a bad idea to have a look around, regardless. Get a lay of the land.
Oh. I intend to. Shall we go now?
I don't see why
I
not.
don't recommend it, Varys says.
Oh yeah? What's up,
Why?
Captain?
I'd save your strength. You've got that whole ambush with that woman, right? To set up?
Tomorrow.
I wouldn't exhaust yourselves. And how much have you rested today?
Enough.
Don't lie to me. Not about this.
It's not like we're launching the attack overnight.
No, but you don't know what is in that wreck. If that elemental is still kicking, which it might well be, it will probably not be in a good mood, and you don't want to fight one of those unprepared.
Never mind.
Well, isn't it underwater?
Exactly. And it is most likely a water elemental. How good are
He has
you at
points.
swimming?
Captain Varys. Yep, it's fine.
You've made your point. I'm the last one who's going to go into unnecessary danger. I just want to make sure we're using our time right.
Sometimes the best way that you can use time is to rest and bide it.
Very wise, Captain. Willow nods it, and we should rest. Then we'll rest.
We'll rest.
I imagine that we'll probably be getting a visitor.
And peers back towards the dire shark ship. Yeah, she's probably gonna want to know our answer. So, is it a yes?
To Rose.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. Yes. I thought we established that already. Yes.
I'm just double checking.
Yep.
Then we know what our answer for her will be. And that we
Hmm.
try to figure out what you can do for us or against us and go from there.
Sounds like a plan. Roughly.
Just mind that you know when the time to act is and when the time to talk is.
If I can talk, I'll talk.
And you do talk well.
I can do some things, right? Just not sleep.
Quickly, we're back on the scrap bucket, yes?
We were heading back over, basically. This is a conversation I was imagining on the gangplank.
Yeah, well, Willow's outside with you. Luca's inside. Tea's ready! Kidding. Luca could be making dinner. But yeah, okay. Ugh, Roselia time.
Sure. Does she want to come over for dinner?
You going to
I have
advise
only
her?
rationed out so much food, excuse me.
If we are inviting her to have a... Look, Willow would probably be of the angle that if we are going to liaise... I don't want her on my boat.
Gonna have to wash it again.
Gonna come
like,
over anyway. Anne's not gonna invite her, but
This wouldn't be a problem if you had just attacked her.
thanks, Zeke.
We're not just gonna go and kill people needlessly, Zeke.
I mean, you could have also just, like, confronted her and been like, hey, bitch.
Well, hey, there's still time. So let's... Yeah, Willow's going to say... If she's going to come anyway, then invite her on our terms. We'll share enough for dinner, I suppose.
Willow,
Yes?
can you put people in your pockets?
No.
Ah.
All right, so is that all set?
I guess we're inviting her then.
Okay.
Cat is like, ugh.
You don't have to be part of this, Cat. Why don't you wait downstairs and get some rest?
Isn't she still asleep? I thought she'd
No,
still be
she's
asleep.
woken up at this point.
Oh,
Good.
I made her tea.
Thanks.
Less
Yeah,
cooks
no,
in the kitchen,
Cat, you can.
probably for the better, so...
Yes.
Yeah. I don't even know if she'll want to come in here. She seems kind of... Cat makes a hoity-toity wiggle.
That's fine, we
Oh,
can
well.
talk on the deck.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll take the table outside just like the old days. When Willow means the old days, they mean when they took their table outside for Elsa. But
Yeah, Luca makes a
The,
face like, when?
never mind. Willow just talks in their own world. Willow's just saying stuff. Either way, we're inviting her to dinner, so sure, let's go.
Oh. Luca makes a dramatic, like, oh no, I have to cook for an extra person kind of expression.
Well, suppose we should all get ready for that then. If we're to be receiving company and making a good show of it.
Willow
All we're
shrugs.
doing is saying yes to a job. Doesn't have to be anything more than that.
Yep. Who's going to invite her?
Not me.
One of you can.
Not it.
Luca. It's not it, Luca.
Oh, I will. I will.
I don't know if
suppose.
we should even be inviting her to dinner because that inclines a longer conversation. And we could just say, yep, we're gonna do it, bye.
Okay, then we can as well. Someone said that she was going to come over, so I was like, okay, we'll invite her then. We're
Yeah,
going to
like,
meet her
come
there.
over, talk to us, and leave. It doesn't have to be a thing. There's a whole dire shark ship over there and a beach.
I think it sounds like we need to do a little more planning about.
Yeah,
Everyone's going
What?
into robot mode. Hold up. Zeke?
Hello?
Nope. Might be time to switch servers. Yeah, everything.
Oh.
yeah. This,
Yep. Everyone's robots now.
and finally, a sexy emoji.
Not sexy.
How's this?
That sounds better.
Is it better?
Yes, you're
Your
caught
cockpot again.
What? I know. It's on purpose.
Right, when Varys said she's coming over, I thought you meant like she's literally popping by.
As in, like, if you don't send her a message, she is probably going to come
Oh,
over here and
yeah, we're not-
Okay,
negotiate.
then let's just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go over there then. I don't even want to see the inside of my boat.
Yeah, it'd probably be better if we go talk to her. I'd rather talk to her at her
Yep.
shack so we can set it on fire if we need to.
Well,
But-
you had the opportunity for that, and then you didn't take it.
Well, no, that's
But we didn't.
Why
So-
would
wait.
why would it end?
God. But so are we going to this dire shark ship, or are we going to meet her in the shack?
Well,
She's
we
on
can.
the ship.
She's on the ship.
She's on the ship.
Why don't we
Yeah.
like get her back on the beach? Like if she wants to have a conversation, let's have a conversation where we first talked.
Yeah.
So we're not in earshot of Bones or on Willow's ship.
Fair. We could do that. We don't have to bring Varys too.
I think
Then
Kat
we
might
got a
want to
little
tag
secret plan.
along
Why?
as, like, backup.
Oh.
Aw, sweetie.
Cute.
I love you.
Well, then, if we're liaising like that, then Willow might probably suggest to her to stay on the Blackfin, whether she listens, is, you know.
Yeah, be lookout.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it might be a good time for us to wrap. with us preparing to liaise with Inferno Rose to discuss the plan for the ambush on the Harpies.
Don't mind if we do it now, just so we
Yeah.
can jump into it next week. But
Yeah.
we're
Okay then.
unless there's a reason not to.
The reason not to is like DM subtly hinting of like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tired. You just didn't pick my hints. But it's
No, I
fine.
picked it. I just thought that you would be fine anyway.
Well done.
We have faith in you.
Okay, then we'll just like quickly go over it. So you meet her aboard the deck of the Blackfin. You head to the prow to have a bit of quiet conversation away from the rest. Inferno Rose has probably stashed her driftwood constructs just like in a pile at the front, and says, what I can do is arrange for those bird brains to meet me at my old accommodations to plan an ambush at dawn. You can hide within or around the cliffs, and we'll spring the trap on them when they least expect it. I assume you all have means of combat.
I will. Cogonut doesn't really talk to her, so you guys respond.
Oh, this guy's got a sword, so I assume he can. Gestures to Luca.
Kind of like, can I kind of look over the terrain and see what would be most advantageous for us?
Sure.
Yeah, where are the old accommodations? And might have like a scribbled map and like
It's-
pointed out to us.
Yeah. It's there. The real thing that you'll want to do is like attack them as hard and as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Which, Roselia seems to have a plan for that. If you don't seem to be able to attack yourselves, then don't worry and just follow my instructions.
Well,
You
Cogonut
seem
is
to know
going
what you're
pipe
doing.
up. Sorry.
Do you know precisely how many there are?
I'd say about 10 or so.
Only?
It seems that their numbers have significantly thinned.
But not enough that you could just take care of them on your own?
It's always good to have backup, shall we say?
Is she lying to us?
Planning
Like, is she
Nothing
planning
us
to
as
like?
human
No, she's not
shields.
lying to us.
She's
Like,
not
outing
lying
us?
to you, but she does seem to treat you as like,
Disposable.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's regarding you as pieces on the board that she can use.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what I want to be right now.
I'm just thinking of the. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just thinking of her long. What she will perceive of us, but it's fine. She already knows.
She'll be dead by then.
That seems like a solid plan.
Good, then we're all in agreement.
Mhm.
Take your rest now, and I'll meet you a few hours before dawn so that we can get everything prepared.
We'll see you then.
Good night.
Good
You as
night.
well.
Okay, and there we can wrap.
Yeah. Yeah. Lilith walks off before she even gets into the little